went online and I bought 1 Bitcoin last night.
Really? It's the future.
I don't know. It didn't feel real.
Real's gonna change. Just watch.
This is the final. This is it. This is the last chance. Like, go out and vote. Vote like your life depends on it. Vote like your future depends on it, because it does.
But the main reason they don't want Donald Trump back in Washington is something called disclosure. Do you know what disclosure is? Disclosure means sunlight. Disclosure is the principle that you, as an American citizen, an equity owner of this country, not a renter, not a serf, not a slave, but as a citizen, an owner of this country, there's no other reason to have the government except to serve you, that you have a right to know what that government is doing with your money in your name.
Let people be free. Like, let them make decisions for themselves. And there's just such a dire need for control right now in the government.
The countries that were the most free grew the fastest. And then Bitcoin showed up.
Uh-oh.
And it scared these leaders. The central banks were saying, whoa, hey, we need to control our currency because that's how we control our people. Right. And control is the death of freedom.
There's all these different tribes of people that have come together to work together, to think about things. And is it perfect? No. And are there challenging days? Yes. But eventually the world will come to know what we've created is something that's so special and so unique that no one in the world has seen before. And then they'll realize the power of what we've created. It's going to unlock the imaginations of so many countless millions of people and give them hope that they can solve the problems in the world. I want to fucking change the world.
So I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. This will truly be the golden age of America.
Wow, what an incredible morning it's been. To wake up in the early morning hours here in Spain to see that President Donald J. Trump has won as the 47th president of America. This moment is huge. It's a historic moment in the US as Trump is the first pro-crypto president in history, and so much was at stake here. I was moved to tears this morning as I realized that we can finally be free in the cryptocurrency industry. Innovation can now thrive. As Elon Musk said, we are a nation of builders, and soon builders will be free to build again. As Charles Hoskinson said, just let people be free. Let people have rights. The cryptocurrency movement at its core is not an economic one. It's one about freedom and about liberty. And that's what was at stake here. The truth, allowing that innovation to thrive again, and the changing of an entire world order. I am so incredibly proud to be a part of this movement with you. And this isn't even about politics. You see, as people who are in this movement, in this cryptocurrency movement, in the blockchain movement, the third layer of the internet, the core atomic building blocks of the future of the internet, what we want is to be able to thrive, essentially to make the world a better place, a more fair place, a more equitable place. And with pro-crypto regulation that supports that innovation, we can now do so. So I believe that the future is so very bright, and I'm so excited for this day. I want to celebrate with all of you here on the channel. We've been through so much. We fought so hard to get to this moment, and here we are. So as a testament to this, I thought that I would have to break this out a lot later. I thought that maybe we'd have to wait until December, but it seems that we have hit an all-time high for Bitcoin at just above 75,300 and an all-time high in the industry and sentiment. I mean, something just, I don't know, I feel this power inside. I hope that you all feel it, that we are unstoppable, that this is the beginning of a golden era in which we are going to see the biggest years of change in human history. So on that note, guys, I'm going to raise a toast to you with our all-time high vodka. As you know, I just became part owner in this vodka brand. It's a successful vodka brand already selling in London and Costco, doing very well in the UK. And we're going to have an aggressive expansion throughout Europe and the US, and soon to announce the Web3 play. I'm so excited to be one of those builders who isn't afraid to build and who can do so out in the open with the support of you guys. I'm just so excited for this. So cheers to you, my favorite flavor, pineapple mango and soda. All right, moment is over. But in all honesty, guys, like I've just been looking so forward to jumping on this stream with you. Please let me know where you're tuning in from. I know not everybody is from the U.S., but this is not only a huge moment for the U.S., it's a huge moment for the world. We've got one of the most pro-crypto governments in history. I mean, the most pro-crypto government in history. I'm going to show you the stats now, and I'm going to explain a little from both sides, and also have a look at why people who were on the fence or swing voters voted for Trump, and why we should have a look at this and what it means on a bigger scale. So another thing that I noticed was that in my group of circle of friends that's outside crypto, it was resoundingly negative today, and doom and gloom, and they had all voted for Kamala Harris, which is fine by me. I'm a single issue voter. I vote pro crypto, pro Bitcoin, right? But I just feel such a massive disconnect with them because they don't see what we see. They're not in our circle. They don't understand the momentum. They don't understand what a momentous occasion this is and how important this is to the future of the world, right? Because maybe they're not involved in crypto. Maybe they don't even know what Bitcoin is. Maybe they don't understand it, but they will. And so it means a lot for me to be able to celebrate with you. So thank you for being here today. And without further ado, let's get right into it. All right. So I will be celebrating throughout the stream with you guys. Because it's just such an incredible day. First up, America is a nation of builders. Soon you will be free to build. I just had to repeat it because it just means so much, right? Donald Trump is the 47th president of the United States of America. We can dream big again. How many of you believe that? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling in general. Whether you're pro-Trump, not pro-Trump, just let me know. I want to connect with you. This is, a movement of the people. It's about so much more than just politics. So I want to hear what you have to say as well. And you guys are like family to me, really. Then just a little more celebration and some fun memes. We're going to do this today together.
My Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money. That's some shit. Take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money. Ain't that?
So it's just really fun to see that these three giants, in the space that have so much influence and are using their platforms for freedom is really astounding to me. Joe Rogan came out and gave Trump a platform. He also offered that platform to Kamala Harris, and she didn't accept for various reasons, or she did, but she put huge demands, and in the end it didn't happen. And Trump is appealing to the younger generation that's kind of feels a little bit lost, I believe, that is open to new things, to new suggestions, and people want change. That's the bottom line. People want to see change. And here it is. Bitcoin hits a new all-time high of $75,358. We did a stream yesterday, and please go look at that if you haven't looked at it yet, with the top trader from Capital Mindset, the crypto alpha trading group that I am now a part of. I can't wait to make a major announcement on that. But we went over a ton of charts, just having a look at where Bitcoin is, where it's going, and where it's headed this cycle, when it's going to top out, all of that. So please do watch that. It's very important for your strategy. But actually the charts showed that we may not have seen an all-time high until December. But this changed everything. And now here we are. We got a little bit more celebration for you here. Let's check it out. It's just so fun for me to see somebody who's working on such important things as, launching rockets into space and multi-planetary existence and all of these things that they're trying to do. It's just fun for me to see them come together on a world stage. Elon Musk used to be a Democrat, and so did Joe Rogan. And now they've kind of swayed the other way, and it seems like that's happening to a lot of people. But is it about politics, or is it about something deeper? And that's what I want to try to get at. I usually steer clear of talking about politics on the show because what I'm concerned with is freedom, liberty, crypto, and people having a better life for their family, for their loved ones, and making the world a better place. And this seems to be the path to do so. So I'm very happy today. And then you've got press coming out and saying the sonic boom was killing fauna and wildlife or disrupting neighbors. I mean, it's concerning. It's not good. And just today we had CNN not even acknowledging Trump's win, saying that he had the edge, just like when he was shot. And they didn't acknowledge that he was shot. They said that he stumbled or fell off the stage, right? Like, no, what America wants, what the world wants is the truth. We want things to be fair again. We want to get rid of this corruption that's happening on a world scale. As we see the banks start to collapse, the dominoes start to fall, things are changing, and I believe in a very good way. Here was Trump's speech right as he got in, and honestly, it was moving. It was moving because I truly believe that this is possible.
And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day, I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have.
The golden age of America. I just got the chills, guys. I really feel deeply, right? Like this movement means everything to me. And you know what? Now we're going to see. Now we're going to put them to the test. Let's hold them accountable. Let's do this together, right? Let's actually be the change we want to see here. And then we have Elon Musk coming out saying this election is the most important election of our lifetime. This is no ordinary election. The other side wants to take away your freedom. President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America. And I think that many, many people felt this way. And that's what has united us all. No matter what your race is, what your gender is, what your situation is in life. I mean, one common denominator here is that everybody wants freedom. Everyone wants the truth to come out, and even playing ground and allowing innovation to thrive. That's what we want. Economic prosperity, right?
I'll say it again, man.
I thought this was really interesting when Elon Musk went on to Joe Rogan's podcast and talked about how they did used to be Democrats and what's at stake here. Let's listen.
I'll say it again, man. I think this is the last election. If Trump doesn't win, this is the last election.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And I think people, and a lot of people are waking up and realize that have been lifelong Democrats. Guys like Bill Ackman, guys like Chamath.
Yeah, exactly.
Tulsi Gabbard switched over to the Republicans.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of people who their whole life they've been left-wing and they realize like, I can't do this anymore.
You and I used to be Democrats.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's nuts, man. If the Dems win this election, they will legalize enough illegals to turn the swing states, and everywhere will be like California. There will be no escape.
That is so insane.
This is the final. This is it. This is the last chance.
Has anybody tried to push back?
And I just want to go out and vote. Vote like your life depends on it. Vote like your future depends on it, because it does. I'll say it again.
Oh, God. It's like, whoa. I don't remember election like this in my lifetime, right? Where the stakes were so high, and it feels like such a victory to me. Now we've got a pro-crypto president for the first time in U.S. history. I mean, so vindicating. Here we have Trump. We have a new star, Elon. A star is born. It's so cool to see these two come together. Like, so many people have been fighting Elon from the moment he took over X to everything that he's been wanting to do, and yet he's bringing so much good to the world. And one thing he said in a previous interview that always stuck with me is, it's not about the perception of doing good. It's about actually doing good, right? And that's what's important here. Donald Trump after winning the 2024 election. So let's see what he says he will do. This will truly be the golden age of America. Every single day I will be fighting for you with every breath in my body. We went over this before in an earlier post. Now is the time to put it to the test. Everything that he's said, everything that he's done in his campaign, will he follow through with that? I believe he will. And time will tell. 25 reasons Trump will win. So this is interesting to understand, like, why did this happen? For those who are shocked, or for people who swung from Democrat to Republican and swing voters, newspapers refused to endorse Kamala. Kamala's VP pick lacks strong challengers. Celebrity endorsements are not working for Kamala. Trump connects better through podcasts and took advantage of it. Media's fear tactics may drive voters to Trump. Trump's base shows more enthusiasm in early voting. CEOs like Tim Cook and Elon Musk want Trump. One thing that stands out to me here is fear-mongering. I think people are tired of being fearful, of living in a world where they operate on fear. I am so tired of that. And especially in crypto, I mean, that's my number one thing. You cannot have fear in investing. And when people have fear is generally the time when you buy if you have conviction in what you're investing in. And this is never financial advice, right? I know one guy came out and said that he bought Sui after he watched my Sui episode the other day because he was so bullish on it. He got rid of all his stocks and bought Sui. Those are really amazing stories, and I'm glad because he's up 40%. But just know, this is never financial advice. This is just me having an opinion on this because I'm passionate about it and I'm sharing with you what I'm doing to change my life. And that's it. So make sure to do your own research, and that's what this is all about. Make your own decisions and figure out how to have conviction in them by doing that deep research. So European stocks drop, economic concerns under Kamala's boost support for Trump. The Jewish vote, shifts in Jewish support weaken Kamala's position. The Muslim vote, Muslims came out to support Trump. Rallies, Trump energized rallies overshadows Kamala's campaign. Trump wins the black vote, increasing black support for Trump threatens Kamala's base. Kamala is too desperate. Perceived desperation from Kamala undermines her appeal. Okay, there's a lot of reasons here, but he's saying that all types of demographics that traditionally have always voted Democrat have come out and kind of swayed their vote. They've swung to the other side. It's like a pendulum effect. When things get too extreme to one side, the pendulum always tends to correct. But before it does, it shifts extremely to the other side, right? And then we finally fall somewhere in the middle. So I believe that's at the junction that we're at now. And then we got to go over the memes, of course, you guys, because this is just a fun celebratory day. And we did have the Jim Cramer effect. We spoke about it on the trading stream yesterday. Whatever he says within crypto, always the opposite happens. He came out and said that Kamala was going to win, and here we are. Then we got this. I think this is hilarious. In Bitcoin Nashville, Trump came out and said, the first thing I'm going to do when I take office is to fire Gary Gensler, is the only thing that got the audience excited because they don't care about the rest. Right? But that was the one thing he said that really resonated, and now Gary Gensler is looking for a job. Coinbase CEO came out and called the new U.S. Senate the most pro-crypto Senate in history. More than 200 crypto supporters have been elected to the Senate and House of Representatives. Wow! I remember when I was in crypto and it was almost a dirty thing to be in crypto. People were like, wow, you're working in that? Ooh, the Silk Road. Oh, you're all criminals. I mean, we've come so far. You guys, I'm just so proud of you. Breaking, according to Stand With Crypto, 215 pro-crypto House and Reps and 14 pro-crypto senators elected in the U.S., making it the most pro-crypto Congress ever. That's what this is. This is larger than life election. This is a once-in-a-generation shift in the world order. And this is what I'm really happy about. Pro-crypto House member wins Senate seat in California. Good on you, California. Let's go. Let's make California pro-crypto. Let's do this, right? I'm from California. I love California. I love the U.S. I want to be able to have these amazing innovations thrive again in the U.S. Like you saw in the intro, Tim Draper, I mean, he mentioned that when Clinton was president and the internet came to life, he let it rip. He didn't try to get out in front of it, have regulation by enforcement, stifle it, block it, cut it. No, he let it rip. And that's why we had the Ubers and the Amazons and all of these flourishing companies in the US. And I hope to see that again now for crypto. And, you know, long term, we've so much to be excited about. I mean, Vanik came out and said that their prediction is that Bitcoin will become a reserve asset and could reach 3 million per coin by 2050. And that's conservative if you think about what they based it on, which is a 2% allocation, right? And by 2050, most of you will be at retirement age or very, very early retirement age who watch this channel. And you can make life-changing gains by just stacking those sats, buying Bitcoin. I mean, do it, guys. Do it. Change your family's life. Look into this. Invest. Do everything. Not financial advice, okay? But this is what I'm doing. Everything I can. Now, of course, you got to be debt-free. You got to have financial sovereignty. You've got to be in control of your life. But man, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and it still is. You have not missed this boat. If your $75,000 Bitcoin is going to be worth $3 million by 2050, I mean, this is retirement money. This is life-changing money. So let's start now. If you haven't started, you better be thinking about it. And this is the Bitcoin rainbow chart. We went over this in yesterday's stream too. Go back and watch it. You need to study. You need to get on your toes because now is the time. We're going to see a thriving altcoin season again, and you don't want to be left chasing things. You're going to have a few last opportunities to get in, and then it's going to be over, and it's going to rip, and it's going to leave you behind. So that's just a warning here first. Do all the research you humanly possibly can in the next month and 2 months. So this Bitcoin rainbow chart shows that Bitcoin always traditionally has topped out in the blue, and that if we see that again, Bitcoin could even reach heights of $300,000 plus for this bull run in a blow-off top. And you know what? Now that Trump has come to be president, I believe that is possible. I didn't believe that before. I do now. And then we've got some interesting things happening on the left. Kamala came out and in a last-ditch attempt to get voters' morale up, she pretended to be on the phone with a voter and then showed everyone, and it was actually her camera. And then we have, this isn't a Trump rally, this is an American rally. Democrats, Republicans, independents, and even the Amish all joining together to save this country. As a collective, we are healing. Unity was on the ticket, and unity won the day. Trump's strategic alliances throughout this campaign changed the American political landscape forever. Time to heal the divide. Oh my God. I'm just getting chills all over again. This episode, I mean, I was just so excited to do it because it's time to heal. It's time to come together again. And these alliances that he's made on all different fronts could bolster that confidence that we can do this, right? And this is also interesting. If you would have told me a few months ago I'd be voting for Donald Trump, I would have called you crazy. But as an independent voter in a swing state, that's exactly what I just did. Here's why. So this is important. This is really crucial to understanding the shift in mentality. Over the last few months, I've witnessed something amazing happen to the Republican Party. It opened the door to people of all backgrounds. Democrats like RFK Jr., independents like Tulsi Gabbard, libertarians like Ron Paul, immigrants like Lily Tang. I laughed in disbelief at the idea of a unity party, thinking maybe this was some sort of hoax, but then I watched it from my own eyes. The only people fleeing the Republican Party were neocons, warmongers, and child abusers, which to me seemed like a good sign. Then Republicans united around the existential issues we face, negotiating peace globally, eliminating chronic disease, stopping corporate capture of our regulatory agencies and lowering inflation. I'm not sure why Democrats disregarded these critical conversations. Perhaps they thought we cared more about abortion rights than World War III. Maybe they were too busy appealing to the likes of Dick Cheney shifting wealth upwards and running ads sponsored by Pfizer. For us, politically homeless, the existential issues are paramount. Most of us are anti-war. Most of us are anti-monopoly, pro-peace, pro-health, pro-locally grown food, pro-sunlight, pro-kindness, and anti-censorship. We could care less about culture war issues. I'm not sure about how Republican Party became the party of peace, love, healing, and the common man, but here we are. Now get out and vote. I mean, okay, it's not to say that I agree with every single thing that she's written, but the core things, yes. I believe that there are some core issues here that they're just humanity issues. They're not political party issues. And there seemed to be one side, which happened to be the right side, the Republicans, who were appealing to those issues. And that's what won today. An interesting data point, Donald Trump just won Anson County, North Carolina. The county is 40% black. Trump becomes just the second Republican to win this county since the 1870s. For people keeping score, that means since Reconstruction. I mean, there's so many big shifts that have happened here, and you have to wonder why. We have to ask ourselves, why did this happen? And then we'll get to the root of what people really care about and the change that people want to see. Right. And I believe that it's uniting all of these different fronts that once were torn by two political ideals that are drawn together by, bigger issues. I voted for her. I think he's a bad guy. But if you lose the Senate, House, Electoral College, and popular vote, and you think the lesson is that half the country is racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, and stupid, wrong lesson. And the same thing will likely happen in 2028. So I think this is really humbling, and I think it's a very interesting take from somebody from the other side, who's acknowledging that maybe that's not what this party is all about, and that's not what this vote about. I mean, just look at us crypto people. That does not appeal or has nothing to do with us, at least not for me. I won't speak for everyone, but in general, we are just pro-crypto, we're pro-freedom, we're pro-innovation. Right? And so this isn't about all of those other issues. This is about one thing that one party chose to stand behind and the other didn't. And that's just it. And in the end, just to end this episode off, what this is about is coming together as people, uniting as a world to have a more peaceful society, to work on the core fundamental issues at hand, to allow people to be free, to live their lives, to thrive, to have innovation back in the US. It's just such a momentous day for me and for all of you watching, I'm sure. And congratulations again on a big win. For those of you still here to the very end, I appreciate you. I love you all. I'm so excited for what the future has to offer. And remember, this is a movement that no one government, one policy, or one man can control. We are all in this together, and I'm so positive that the future is just so very bright. And I'm so excited to be a part of this with you together. So cheers, and I'll see you tomorrow.